Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer, Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, call 206-402-0100 and enter PIN number 161329#. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Transformation Talk Radio and on her YouTube channel, Dee Wallace Official. And now, here's Dee.
Hello, all you beautiful people I love, and welcome to another Sunday of conscious creating. Have a lot to talk to you about today. Want to remind you our next webinar is on the 23rd, and it's on the balance of masculine and feminine. And I said, what's one piece of information I can give you all today? And the channel said, if you want to create anything the way you want it, your masculine and feminine must be in balance. So there's a little incentive for you to sign up for this one. They also wanted me to talk to you about core belief number 30, which is claim I am that I am. We've talked about the importance of I am. Your I am principle is literally your creative force. So any way you define yourself with I am is a direction to your energy. You have to say you're already there to be there. You have to say you have more than enough money to have more than enough money. You have to live in the reality of your self-definition. So, I am tired equals more tired. So, be aware of that, whatever words or phrases resemble I am this or I am that, okay, this week, and shift them. Be conscious. Then they wanted me to talk about anger. I've had 2 or 3 situations in my life where I got angry this week. And I wanted to know what was behind the anger. And they said, my anger was when you feel like, or you don't, say your truth. You feel like you can't, or you don't, speak your truth. And you get angry at the other person because you feel that they're holding you back from speaking your truth. You're the only one that holds you back from speaking your truth. And we know that if we speak our truth through love, it's heard, it's acknowledged, and we are not hurting anyone else to speak our truth from the place of love. Okay. We're going to dive in because we have a mess of callers. I can tell you all we will never get through everybody today, but we're going to haul batukas here and see how many we can get through. Please have your questions ready, but first we're going to start with a testimonial. I asked Stephen if he would come on because it's so amazing what he's accomplished. Stephen, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You southern boy, you. Can you please share in whatever way you want your testimonial?
Yes, I may. And so I was sitting here thinking about it since you told me I was going to have to do this. So I'll sum it up. Love, staying in your knowing, and gratitude. 3 things that Dee's been saying forever. Sitting here thinking about the fact that I've been doing this show with her for almost 14 years come this August. So I'm right there with all of y'all. I've been listening. I've been hearing it. And I'll quote Dee a few times here. Listening is not doing. You got to take appropriate action, right? So I've had my company now for 8 years. We just hit 8 years in March. And it wasn't until Dee reminded me, little less than 2 years ago, where I've had the same dream the whole 8 years, but to where I finally committed and I was in my knowing. And even though there was lots of things, I was losing my full-time job and all these things are going on. No, I know I'm going to get what I'm creating. It doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter what your neighbors are doing. You just stay in your knowing. You send them love. Send you love. You do your thing. You make your life choices. They don't affect me. And then, of course, the gratitude. And that was the biggest piece for me, not only just knowing that it's going to happen, but just start being grateful for what you do have. I mean, I'm sitting in the woods in my brother's Airstream camper right now, listening to it had gentle rain. I don't own any of this. It's all his. But I get to enjoy it, and I'm very, very grateful for that. My kids get to come enjoy it with me. I'm so grateful for that. So once you get past the focusing what you don't have, you focus on what you do have, and you're grateful for it, and you send love to all the annoying, I'll say MFers that really piss you off. You send them love, and you just let it go. Focus on your intention, and it'll happen. And right now, I'm currently building my first ever commercial kitchen facility. I've been wanting to do it for 8 years. It doesn't have to look a certain way. There's a gentleman who showed up, owns a building, said he'd build it out for me. I get to design the kitchen of my dreams, and I don't even have to pay for it. All I have to do is pay rent. That's an incredible creation. We just bought a sourdough bakery. It just fell into my lap. He says that doesn't happen. But, hey, we've got this business. It makes $250,000 a year, but we want to retire, and we just want to sell it for what the equipment's worth. Well, how much is the equipment worth? $25,000, and all you got to do is bake bread. Okay. So we rallied the troops, and my niece is going to be the head baker, and my mom's running the accounting, and we're going to come together as a family, which is what I wanted to create, a nice family business where everyone's involved. And my creation is greater than I ever imagined. I've got my spice company, we've got our kitchen, and now we're making bread.
Yeah, and that's the way it goes, guys. It comes in ways that you don't even suspect it will come in. And that's the beauty of it. The universe really does do the hard part. You've just got to know what you want, commit to it, fill it up with love, and let go. So good for you.
Action.
I mean,
I tell my kids, you've got to listen to the voice and do what it says. Last weekend I went to New Orleans. Why? Because the voice said, you need to go to New Orleans. You need to meet these people. Why? Well, I found out when I got there.
Yeah.
and I created 4 more business accounts. Why? Because I got in the car and I went to New Orleans.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you for sharing all that, because I've been on the journey.
Thing, you gave me 5, and I did it in 2.5.
Oh God, you are so funny, Stephen. But we were talking. I remember the private session that we did together. About 2.5, 3 years ago, that turned everything around, and look what you have created in 2 or 3 short years. It's amazing. Thank you.
I remember now, what the greatest shift, before I be quiet, is what you told me. Stephen, you're not staying present. What do you mean? You're always in the future. When you're hanging out with your kids, you're thinking about your business in the future. When you're hanging out with your business, you're thinking about that building you want to build. And as soon as it took a lot of practice, as soon as I stayed in the moment on everything, whether it's the kids, the business, the job, whatever, everything flows so much easier.
Yeah, the present moment is where you create, guys. The present moment. All right, baby.
She knows what you're talking about. You're welcome.
I do. And I can claim it. All right, thank you, baby. We're going on to the calls. And we are going to start with Andrew in Switzerland. You're on.
Happy Sunday. Oh, what a glorious sunny day it is.
It is. We out here, too. It's beautiful.
Okay.
What can I do for you, Andrew?
Well, first of all, I wanted to say hi to you because it's been a while. I'm going on a very interested, excited trip next month. And my question is not related to that, is I was talking to our dear, lovely friend, Mary, and because I'm Canadian, tomorrow I'm going to be sending in my ballot, and I'm wondering if there's anything regards to the Canadian election. It's not for me, it's just in general, with regards to the energy that the channel might have to say.
Basically,
it's not just for me, it's for anyone else.
Andrew, the first thing I hear, and this is for everybody everywhere, vote with your heart. Your heart knows the energy that resonates with the highest good. You know that right now, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Vote that way.
Okay. I just,
Pretty easy.
I was just, easy peasy. That's all you have to do. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That's all.
You bet. And that was good information for all of us in these days. Kathy in Kentucky, you're on.
Good morning, Dee.
Good morning, baby cake.
Hello. Just a little bit of similar to Stephen, not nearly at that level, but in the midst of going through my eye surgeries and things, I've been offered a part-time job, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. So
yeah.
It came up literally out of the blue.
Yeah, that's the way it looks anyway, but you knew you wanted one, didn't you?
Yes, and I knew what I was thinking about doing, and it came up that it's 3 blocks from my house.
Oh, my God, Kathy. Even better creating. Good for you.
I had my cataract surgery this week, and the doctors are thrilled with the outcome of it. I did. Yeah, I knew. And I do have one question. It's been interesting that I've been having nightmares for the last, 4 days, and I was wondering if the channel could possibly give me, is this due to the drug or something else?
No. It's the energetic cause behind the nightmares is you fearing that you have no control. You had to give up a lot of control to trust your doctors to do this, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I remember. So that's really all it is. Just know, Kathy and everybody, you're always in control of directing the energy. You're the only one in control, as a matter of fact. So whenever you're feeling out of control, take the control of directing exactly what you want. And then you're in control. Okay?
Okay, I'll have to sit with that a little bit. I did direct the surgeries and everything to be 100% excellent and all that kind of stuff.
So what you want to direct is I am safe and secure and always in control of the creation of my life. You are safe and secure always knowing that you have the control. Okay?
Yes.
All righty. Okay. Love you, honey. Yeah, thank you for that. That served everybody. We're going to Katie in Georgia or New York, wherever you are.
Hi, Dee. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday.
Hi, baby.
I have a 2-part kind of question. But long story short, my aunt passed away, and I went to Florida with her to be with her kids and my cousins and stuff like that. And they paid for the flight. I got my own hotel. I got my own rental car anyway. But anyway, they put a large group of us in a old hotel. And I guess my cousin girlfriend booked it, and he said he didn't want us in that hotel. But anyway,
what's your question, Katie?
Okay, I think I didn't want to stay in the hotel, but I think I did because I didn't want I didn't want to make it about me, or I didn't want to come off stuck up or bougie.
What's your question, Katie?
Okay, so I wound up picking up some, things you don't want to pick up from a hotel, and I'm wondering why did that happen?
What do you mean you picked up something? What does that mean?
Little like bugs.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I heard as you were telling all of this is that they did the best they could.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They wanted to take care of people, and they did the best they could. There's nothing to learn about bugs. Bugs are in every hotel. Every hotel. Even the Marriotts and all that, it's just a part of people coming in and out and in and out and in and out with luggage and all that stuff. When I say there's anything for you to learn about it, it goes to no.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like I wasn't protecting myself I could have had a better hotel.
No.
Okay. No.
No. You didn't follow what you wanted to do, which was stay in another hotel.
Yeah.
So you didn't follow that voice. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the second part?
Okay, so now that I got home, I within 24 hours, I seen something. I think I put a bag on a chair, or near a chair. But anyway, I seen the bugs on the chair. Called the maintenance. I threw out the chair, and now my building. I haven't seen anything anywhere else. We called pest control, right? I just showed the man a video. He never looked at my apartment. Anyway, it just was like, say, $4 or $5 on this particular chair. My building is now saying that I have to pay for it. It's in the lease that I have to pay for it. And not only that, they have to pick the person. And now I said, okay, well, let me see a detailed thing of the bill. They said that they're billing me for a 2-bedroom, and I only live in a 1-bedroom. So now my building's kind of like trying to overcharge me and take advantage of me.
Okay, that is a belief.
Okay.
And that is your belief that other people take advantage of you. And that's part of bringing in a job. That's part of bringing in a mate, because energy gets that signal from you. And they don't want to, other energy doesn't want to play with someone who believes that all other energy takes advantage of her.
Okay, so to change that, I would say what, or direct what? Like,
well, guys, come on. This is what I have to teach you. It's not about the words. But if the negative is I'm not respected by other energy, what's the positive?
I'm respected by other energy. I was doing it. I was saying, like, I'm treated fairly. I was like, because I was thinking maybe I didn't treat myself fairly by staying in that hotel. Like, and
well, when I say you respect yourself, it goes to no. And guys, the simple understanding of that is we're not respecting ourselves by having limited belief systems.
Or being a people pleaser. Right. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Again, we have to love ourselves first, and I'm getting hit with that in the face this week also, especially with my family, because I always want to, give, and blah, blah, blah with my family, right? And I've got to start putting myself first. Okay? Got it?
So I'll go. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, you bet. All right, we are going to Eileen in Brooklyn. You're on.
I knew you were coming to me because I'm listening to all of this and I'm going, yeah, I know. I mean, if there's one thing that you've taught me all these years, it's about putting myself first and staying in the positive. And last night I put myself first, even though I wanted to see this person. I said, I am too tired. I need to be here. I need to get sleep. If I see this person, I'm not going to be in that place. And I didn't go.
Okay, good. And did they understand?
The greatest night's sleep. What?
And did they understand?
I guess he didn't text me back, but it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
To me, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And I get that he did receive it and he honored you by going, okay, that's what she needs. So not only do we have to love ourselves enough to put ourselves first, so then we have the energy to serve others, but we also have to love ourselves enough to know that other people respect and love us enough that they accept that.
Yeah. I have one other question.
Okay.
About a colon issue I seem to be having. And it feels like it's just part of this release that I'm going through. And that there's nothing going on.
Well, yeah, I get a yes on that, but also don't fight your release.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
So, it's about something you're trying to hold on to. Oh, well, the highest word is control. Isn't that funny? That's the way we started. Okay.
Yeah.
So, know you always have control with love through your self-creation. Okay?
I got it. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, baby. All righty. We are going to Adele in Connecticut. You're on.
Oh, wow. This is great. Wow. Boy, this show, like every show, is wonderful. So I have a quick question. I was on this series of talks and so forth, and then they were talking about a program they were having, and this person that wasn't associated with taking calls or whatever, he emailed me and basically said that he felt that I would be really great for the program or whatever. But anyways, and he wasn't in that area. He was in another area.
Adele, that's called marketing.
Oh, okay. But
so what's your question?
So we spoke, and I really don't know, because I haven't dated for a while, but I really almost felt like it was, like
he's coming on to you.
Yeah, I really felt that.
So what do you want to do about it?
Well, I don't know if I'm just thinking that, but I just feel like there's something. And it was really funny when I was looking at this picture. I said, I'd really like to talk to that person. And then all of a sudden I got an email. Yeah, well, I saw the email like afterwards. So it's really a very strange thing. So I'm just
It's not a very strange thing. You're connecting with his energy. And there's something about his energy that you want to connect with.
Yes, there is.
When I say it's romantic, it goes to no.
Yes,
when I say it's soul expanding, it goes to yes.
Yeah, well, that sounds like really right on.
A lot of times, guys, when we see other energy and identify with that other energy, and feel a camaraderie-ship with it, like we do every week in this community. Oftentimes, when it's of the opposite sex, it feels like infatuation or romantic.
In a way, it really feels like just what you're saying, like I would just love to be in conversation. I would love to have him as a friend.
Yeah, that's really what it's about. It's more about soul expansion than any kind of romance, okay?
Okay, perfect. That's exactly, thank you, G. I didn't even, thank you so much.
You knew it. You just wanted to verify it.
And I knew it.
And that's okay. That's okay, Adele. All right,
and I didn't question him with it. And, so.
Yeah, I get it. Been there, done that.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye. You bet. Okay, we're going to Barbara in Arizona. You're on.
Good morning, y'all.
Hi, baby.
Hey, well, I'm kind of like tangling myself up, but what I want to do is know what my inner child or my belief that keeps me from just getting on a plane and having an experience.
I'm sorry, you're a little muffled, Barbara, and what about getting on a plane? What is it about getting on a plane?
Of getting on a plane, I keep on getting blocked whenever I want to get on a plane.
Oh, I see. Well, we're back to control, Barbara. You see, when you get on a plane, you are out of control. When you're driving a car, you feel like you have more control. But when you're on an airplane, you're off the ground, somebody else is driving. So, again, and I don't ever fly without directing energy. For all the people on the flight, working the flight, anyone driving the plane, everyone directing the plane from anywhere for the plane itself and the air we fly through, I claim I am divine love, and I get there safely and on time. And then you're in control.
Okay, so I don't have any negative beliefs about going because I want to fly into the country, and
it was just about you losing control, and when you're out of control, you're not safe. So take control by directing a safe flight and then let go.
Okay. So
okay. And that applies to anything and everything, guys. Any place and every place that might bring up your fear of being out of control. Iris in Philadelphia, you're on.
Hi, Dee. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you.
Good. I have
shocker, I know.
I know. I have 5 things I want to ask you, but we probably won't get to all, but I'll go quick. First one.
Yeah, we can't get to 5 things, Iris, but there's actually 2 things that everything is about.
Okay.
So give me the first thing.
Why am I having so much trouble making decisions and scheduling lately?
Well, because you don't know what you want. When you're very clear about what you want and you commit to creating it, your decisions will be a lot easier. But you're trying to make decisions to help you decide what you want, and it works the other way.
Okay.
And that goes across everything you wanted to ask about. And what is the second question that comes up for you?
The next one is about lymph. I'm still having swollen lymph nodes, so I thought maybe the question to ask today is, where in my life am I blocked?
Actually, the highest question is, where are you blocking yourself?
Great.
Sheets, book, song. Give me a movie, any movie that pops in.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay. You are, and this goes with what we just talked about, let go and know the impossible happens. What do you mean there's a reindeer that flies? That's not real. What do you mean his nose lights up? That's not real. That's not possible. Well, if you're going to create, and especially from the 0 point, then you've got to accept that everything is possible in the creation of the universal energy. There's nothing it cannot serve and create. Do you understand?
Yeah, I really like that. As I'm listening to you, I'm thinking back about the first question, and I guess I thought I knew what I wanted and I was clear. I don't know why.
Well, what do you think you want? Simply.
I want to start a family with Devin and move to a new place where we're going to be wildly happy and successful. Want health and wellness and abundance and.
Okay, but let's go back to Devin. What's the one thing that you keep saying yeah but about? I want this with Devin, but what?
Oh, we're not ready because of money.
Okay. Well, that's why.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying to the universe, create this relationship with me, but we don't have enough money to create it yet. And the universe goes, okay, we'll wait.
Oh.
Oh. You know this. You know this. So I have this fabulous relationship with Devin. We're married. We have a family. We have more than enough money. We thrive absolutely in every way in our relationship. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you, Dee.
Love you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love
Love you. Oh, my goodness. You guys are funny. Lynn, you're on.
Hi. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I want great health and wellness, and I want more than enough money. And that I want to know.
And you don't believe it's possible for you.
Now, see, when in the last caller, when you were saying, all the possibilities, I was asking that for myself, and my pendulum, I get my big yes, that I do believe in all possibilities for myself, including health, wellness, and having more than enough money. I still get my big yes.
It's a true statement that you are testing, that you believe that. It's also a true statement that it's true. No, goes right to no. So we're going to a core belief. Hold on. This page here. Shocker. I do not have permission to love who I am. And Lynn, as long as we've been together back to acting class, you've never been enough. You've always had to lose weight. You've always needed another kind of job. You've always needed to prove yourself. You've always needed a man to complete who you are. And so you attracted, if my memory is correct, a lot of men into your life that did not respect who you were. True?
True. And I ended that 5 years ago. I haven't been in a relationship. I haven't even, nothing since 2020 because...
So I want you to get up every morning and go... It's funny because when I say you love yourself, it goes to yes. You respect yourself, it goes to no. So get up every morning. I am directing me to love and respect who I am, what I want, and what I create. Got it?
I got it. Thank you very much.
Yep, you bet, sweetheart. Yeah, Lynn, it's time for you to create what Stephen's created. It's time, baby. Okay, moving on. Emmy in Minnesota, you're on.
Oh, hi, Dee. It's beautiful
Hi,
here.
sweetheart.
Sunshine and over 40 degrees. Oh, my gosh, it's a beautiful day today. The sun is out,
goody.
no wind, and it's over 40 degrees. So what more could you want in Minnesota in April, right?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
What can I answer for you, baby?
Well, I've got a very specific question. So I care for my husband full time at home. He has Parkinson's, and in the last month, it's definitely progressed. So it's worse. And, you know, I've got people helping me and all kinds of stuff. But the thing that's happening for like the last 3 weeks is that he does not sleep through the night, not even long, like 2 hours. First of all, he can't get into the bed by himself anymore. We have a hospital bed coming tomorrow.
Okay, all right, sweetheart. I got the picture. What's your question?
Okay, good. My question is, when I put him to bed at night, can I talk to his soul or his spirit or send him energy so that we both can sleep through the night? Because I haven't had more than 2 hours of sleep, like uninterrupted, in about 3 weeks, and it's really
that'll take a toll on you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, yeah.
Absolutely, you can speak with his soul.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to explore this here. This is interesting for me. When I say it'll make a difference, it goes to no.
Yeah. I kind of had that feeling too. It's like,
but Emmy, the first thing they said to me was, there's a medication that he's not on that can help him.
With
it's
the sleeping?
Newer, with the Parkinson's.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Newer medication.
Okay.
And you need to pointedly talk to his doctor. What are the newer medications on the market that we can get that could help him?
Okay. Yeah, that would help me. Okay.
Yeah. Is there a higher understanding? I get a no. Is there more? No. Start with that. And will you let me know? You can just let me know via email.
Okay, we've got a Thursday appointment with his doctor, so I will,
Yeah, make a note. And if you're like me, half the things I want to talk to my doctor about go out of my head as soon as the white coat walks in.
I know. You got to take a notebook with you.
I write everything down, Emmy. Write it down.
Yep. Okay.
And don't say to him, well, this channeler told me, because he won't take it seriously right there. Okay?
Oh, no. Yeah, don't worry, Dee. I won't do that.
But I think you could even go, is this the highest understanding that, they're saying go online and like Google new treatments for Parkinson's.
All right.
That may give you more exact information to talk to him about. Okay?
Okay, that sounds really good. All right, I will do that.
All right, baby. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dee.
My love's with you. I can only imagine. Mika, you're on.
Oh my gosh, this call has been amazing. I was like, if I don't come on, it's fine, because I'm just going to listen to this a couple of times.
Well, good. Thank you. But you are on, so what do you want to ask?
Here I am, yeah. I'm observing as I'm going through this interviewing process, I'm noticing that the people I'm interviewing with aren't necessarily clear about what it is they want, because it's like I'm, open to training people for new things and like figuring out what that looks like. And so I'm just observing within myself, okay, so what do I need to balance within me so that there's just clarity across.
You need to direct that I magnetize all people that know exactly what they want, and they want me.
Okay.
See, your lawyer brain, your lawyer mind, is looking out into the world going, all right, my job is to find what's wrong and fix it. And that is not going to help you find an employer that knows what they want. So you've got to move out of your lawyer brain and into your God brain of creation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I think this is also about the balance of masculine and feminine.
Everything is. Yeah.
Yeah, which I direct, like freaking all day long. I direct. So.
Okay, and now they're asking you to bring in a little more female energy.
Mm-hmm.
See,
okay.
I have to bring in more male energy, believe it or not. I know when my Baptist preacher comes out, y'all don't think that, but that's what I was told yesterday, that I'm overbalanced with female. I do, and then they wanted to clarify that, because when I got that information, I asked, well, am I overbalanced with too much love? And they said, no, that's not possible to be overbalanced with love, that we misunderstand love to be, oh, I'm so sweet and I'm so nice and all I want to do is take care of everybody else. That's not the balance of masculine and feminine within love. The balance looks like Mother Teresa. Hi, I'm all about love and I stop wars.
Mm-hmm.
Gandhi, I'm all about love and I changed an entire nation because of the masculine part of my love. Do you understand? Bring in more feminine and direct that you magnetize to you people and that you see a world of people who know exactly what they want and they want you, and you're a perfect match.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I ask one more thing?
Oh, you do? Okay. Quickly.
Just one more quickly. Yeah. So, it's a guy. Really, I'll get into in more detail with our next private, but we did have an awesome adventure last weekend.
Great.
And yeah, it was a super fun day. Pushed the ticket a little bit farther than it had been pushed before, so I just wanted to check in.
Well, and see, that's a good example of you trusting other people. You have to trust him to know that he wants and knows what he wants. Otherwise, you don't ever trust people to choose you, Mika. And then you go around in a circle and it seems like it's them and not you, but it's really you and your perspective of the world.
Mm-hmm.
How I see myself, how I see the world, how I see the world seeing me. You understand? Yeah. Okay. All right. Love you, sweetheart.
Love you. Talk to you soon.
Okay. We're gonna can't get you off. Sorry, Mika. The switchboard. We're going to take one more. We got through a lot more than I thought we were going to get through. We're going to go to, I think it's Gloria in Florida.
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Hi, sweetheart. I'm great. What's your question?
So I have blood circulation issues in both legs, and I've put off the surgery. So my question is, do I go ahead with the surgery to block the vein in each leg? Do I continue with compression socks, or is there something better that's going to be coming through in medical science?
Well, are you on medication for them?
No.
Well, I would ask your doctor about that first. Is it blood clots?
No, not blood clots. It's just that the blood is not flowing the way it's supposed to.
Have you been to an actual blood doctor?
I've been to a vein doctor. Is there a difference?
I would research in your area, and of course, by research I mean make sure you read the testimonials and the reviews and stuff. I believe the title is phlebotomist. I'm not a doctor. I can't swear to that. Just Google the highest word for blood specialist.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm hearing, sweetheart, is to check with that, and then you'll have a much clearer picture of what can be done.
Thank you.
Yep. Hold on. Is there any higher understanding or another question? Nope. That's it. Keep me posted, Gloria, please. You know, I really love to get feedback about the information because I'm always learning. I'm always expanding. And sometimes, a lot of times, you have to follow the breadcrumbs, you know, and see where they lead, and that opens the door of understanding. So, well, another great, awesome show. Thank you. I love this community so very much. Whatever you bring in is all of ours and mine too. And I'm reminding everyone, hold the highest and best for our country and the world. Direct what you want from your knowing and love. Please stay out of the fear and stay into your knowing. Let's say it together, okay? I love me. Come on, open that heart. I love me. Woo! And I love me even more because I know that's what it's all about.
Thank you for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Transformation Talk Radio and on her YouTube channel, Dee Wallace Official. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.